All right, today we're diving into something new from Google that is promising to go after one of the biggest productivity killers out there, all that digital busy work. It's a tool called Google Workspace Flows, and the big claim is that it can basically act as your own personal AI assistant. So let's see if it actually lives up to that hype.
You know the feeling, right? Your day just feels like this never-ending loop of sorting through emails, trying to summarize docs, prepping for the next meeting. It's exhausting. And all those little repetitive tasks, they chip away at the one thing you can't get back, your focus.
And that's what we're talking about here, the digital grind. It's that cycle that keeps us from doing the work that really matters. You get stuck just trying to keep your head above water, always playing catch-up. But what if you could actually break free from that?
Well, this is where Google Workspace Flows enters the picture. And look, this isn't just some new button in Gmail. Google's really pushing this as a built-in AI agent. Think of it like a personal assistant whose whole job is to automate your work across all your Google apps and even connect with tools outside of that world.
So try to picture it like this. It's a smart layer that just sits on top of all the stuff you already use every day. Your Gmail, your chat, your Drive, and it's designed from the ground up to let you build these powerful automations just by using plain English. Seriously, no coding needed.
Okay, so you're probably wondering, how do I even start with this thing? Well, the easiest way in is through pre-made templates. Google's already built a whole library of common tasks that you can switch on with just a couple of clicks. The whole point is to make this kind of automation easy for everybody, not just the tech wizards.
So, let's get practical. What can these templates actually do? Well, this is where the whole idea of automation stops being this fuzzy concept and turns into real, actual time-saving actions.
I mean, right out of the box, you've got some pretty powerful options. For example, you can have Flows shoot you a daily summary of all your unread emails. Or it can automatically label messages that look like they have action items. It can even send you a quick pre-meeting brief right inside Google Chat.
Let's just walk through a real-world example. It's so simple. Let's say you want to make sure you never miss an important email from your boss, okay? You just pick the template, you pop in their email address as the trigger, and then you just flip the switch to turn it on. That's it. From now on, Gemini is watching your inbox, and it'll automatically summarize any new email from that person.
And here's what you get. This is the magic. The agent doesn't just forward the email to you. No, it's smarter than that. It actually reads it. It figures out what the key points are, and then it delivers this perfect, concise summary straight to you in Google Chat. It tells you exactly what you need to know, and nothing you don't.
But look, templates are really just the beginning. They're like the appetizer. The real power here, the main course, is when you start building your own custom workflows completely from scratch. That's when you can tailor it perfectly to how you work.
And creating your own workflow is honestly surprisingly simple. You don't have to drag and drop a bunch of complicated logic blocks or anything like that. You just describe what you want to do in normal, everyday language, just like you were talking to a human assistant.
I mean, check this out. This example says it all. You can literally just type, "Every Friday, ping me to update my tracker." And Flows just gets it. It understands scheduling, it understands the action you want, it understands your intent. It just builds the automation for you.
And from there, you can get way more advanced. You can start adding your own custom steps. You can plug in your own personalized AIs, which Google calls gems. They're basically like custom instructions you give to Gemini for specific tasks. And this is a big one, you can integrate with apps that aren't even made by Google.
And this part is absolutely crucial. This is not a closed-off little Google playground. Flows can connect to major platforms like Salesforce for your customer data or Jira for project management. And that is so key because it lets you automate stuff that happens across different parts of your business, bridging the gap between all your essential tools. So let's zoom out for a second. What's the bigger picture here? When you put all these pieces together, it becomes pretty clear that this isn't just a new feature. It's a pretty significant shift in how we think about work and productivity.
Now, if you've ever used a tool like Zapier, you know how incredibly powerful it is, but you also know it can get complicated and really expensive. Well, Google is basically positioning Flows as a direct response to that. By building it right into Workspace, they get rid of all the messy API setups for their own apps, and it makes the whole experience way more intuitive.
And then we get to the most crucial point, the cost. For anyone who's already on a qualifying Google Workspace plan, this incredibly powerful automation engine is included for $0 extra. That is a huge deal. That could save some businesses hundreds, if not more, every single month compared to what they're paying for other services.
And that really brings us to the final big question. This is about so much more than just saving a few minutes here and there. It's about completely changing where we put our brain power. You know, when an AI assistant is handling all the noise and the busy work, what will you focus on? What big ideas will you finally have the time and the energy to chase? That's the real question, isn't it?